All right, so today we are maximizing our time. I want to talk to you about a transaction. So I was notarizing documents for a business-to-business transaction. They were buying a business, buying land, buying, construction basically. So through that transaction, discovered that they were going to be doing a housing development. And I said, oh, okay, well, where is it? Such and such, was it close by? Saw the paperwork. They said yes, and I said, oh, so when you need a, construction draw when you're doing your project, you need an inspector, right? They said, yeah, generally the bank will, hire an inspector. Somebody will come out and inspect the property, and we'll get the next draw. I said, well, you could just ask them to call me. And he's like, what? He said, you do inspecting? I said, absolutely. I said, so you can absolutely have them call me, and through your process of your homes, I will do your inspections. So it worked out for this whole development. There's going to be, I believe he said 15 to 20 houses in this particular development. And then they're going to have another one. And I said, okay, great. I'll do the draws for that. I already know what the price is going to be. Or when they reach out to me, I will set my price on how much I'll charge based on the square footage of each house and, etc. But right there, talking about your business is so important and maximizing your time. So if I'm doing notary work, obviously I'm going to, refer and let them know, hey, I'm available for these type of services, or they don't know that you do other services. So you have to talk to them and let them know what kind of other services you need. They're going to need permits. So most of them they've probably already gotten, but if they're a builder, they need permits. So when you talk about being a permit runner, you'll then be able to also service them in that manner should they ever need a permit runner to take the documents to, the municipal building to get, signed off on or whatever. Very familiar with that as well. So these are just additional services you can add to your business, but maximizing your time is so important. So if you know that there's going to be a number of spaces in that area, wherever you're going, maximize your time. That's number one, always maximizing your time. And then if this builder, construction company is actually going to be, doing more business, then think. You're building a business, and you have an opportunity right there with business owners to do business-to-business transactions. So always think outside the box, and then guess what? You can set your price. They'll ask you what your price is. They're going to pay what your price is. They're not even going to worry about it. All they know is one more thing handles off the list. That's what they know. So these are just little tips that I would love to give you and share with you as you're growing and how to expand your income and your reach. So have an amazing day today. We're going to do inspection draws.